Nothing like driving to your first time. Well, folks, oops, just kidding. I bought the cheapest 5-ton excavator I could find at an auction. And this is what I came home with. It is a 2004 Yanmar VIO-50-3. So it's a 5-ton. She's, I don't know, the running gear looks okay. Track tension looks good. Drive gears seem to be okay. The track's worn but serviceable, I think. I've never owned an excavator, but I know lots of guys. So we're just testing, make sure, doing a leak down test, if you want to say, on the hydraulic cylinder. So that looks good. I think this one is leaking really bad, actually. When I tested it, I think it spit out a bunch of hydraulic fluid, so that'll have to be investigated. But she's functional. All the functions work. The thumb works. I think it originally had a quick disconnect, but it's gone. But the provision inside is there for it, and I believe that one hose up there is for it. The bucket's pretty clapped out, but that's okay. For what I paid for it, you can't expect it not to be. And yeah, so far so good. It's the interior, it starts and runs like a dream, like no problem at all. Thumb works, heater works. This model does have air conditioning, which I don't know if it works yet. Probably doesn't, but at least the compressor's there and everything, so it might be something I look at. The door's seen better days, but it's there. So at least I got that going for me. Keep the bears out of there from eating the seat, maybe. There is a panel missing right here. No idea what these connectors are for. Anybody knows these machines and knows what those are for, feel free to drop a comment, let me know. But yeah, so when I tested the swing boom there, yeah, she puked out underneath a bit. So it is wet down underneath, but I think it's all from that one cylinder. Under the hood, again, not too bad a shape under here. Around the pump, doesn't look like there's any major leaks or anything like that, so that's good. Looks like it's been well serviced. The oil looks like new. Yeah, she's actually looking pretty good. So there's the AC compressor. So, you know, she's got your expected denting, but she doesn't have to be pretty as long as she works. She's she actually, let me see here. Oh, there we go. It opens up, latch is good, no problem there. She's a Canadian machine, so we've got a block heater for starting up in the cold. Came with almost a full tank of diesel, and here in Canada today, it's $2.29 a liter for diesel, which is insane. But we won't go into politics of gas pricing. But yeah, everything looks good. She doesn't overheat. All the gauges seem to work. It's dirty, obviously, but seems to be a good little machine. This is the first excavator I've actually driven, so I'm just going based on all my research and what my buddies tell me about some of these things. So definitely gonna look at fixing all the slop in this bucket. Again, it's what I expect for what I paid for it. Probably have to redo all of that cylinder, do the seals, what have you. That should be fun to get out of there. And a lot of cleaning. Luckily, my buddy who went and got it for me, and it's at his place at the moment. He's got like a hot sea or whatever where we can pressure wash all the grime off. See, she's pretty wet under here, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm hoping and praying that it's just from that cylinder. But you know, this hasn't leaked down. You know, none of this has leaked down, so that's always a good sign. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I did pretty good on it, price-wise. And it's Japanese, not Chinese skid steer, excavator. So Yanmars have a half decent name. I know there's some fans out there looking around on the interwebs. So yeah, and the company that it came from, the guy who helped load it, I guess, he said this machine's great. He loves it. So go figure. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And if anybody knows where to find service manual and owner's manual to download or anything, throw a link down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Again, my first time sitting in one, so obviously my first time moving one. And I had to drive it off that, so my buddy was filming that ordeal. So I'll throw that in here and let you guys watch a novice drive one off a trailer. Well, she seems pretty strong. I think this track might be a little too tight. A little crunchy there. The other side's not as bad. But yeah, she's a strong one. Well, I gave her a quick vacuum out. Check it out. So this guy on the left-hand side of the driver is where you change the controls. So we changed her over. You can see right here. You just move this to where you need her. And away she goes. So we changed those to something that's a little more used around here. I had a buddy over and he gave it the once over for me. He works with these every day. And he thinks I got a hell of a steal for this. This works really good. He put it through its paces. Figures this track is too tight, so it's binding a little bit. So I'm gonna let some grease out and let her go. I wish I had the service manual so I know how much to let the track hang. But I'll eyeball it a little bit. I think over at Farmcraft, his is a year older. I think he adjusted his, so maybe I'll watch that video and see how much slack he left in him. But my buddy's got a nice pressure washer, and he said I could use it and close this thing down, clean her up. So I do have an issue here on this feller. Let's go see. I don't know if we can see in there, but that's just packed full of crap. But it didn't leak a drip until I swung the boom, and then she started leaking out on the ground on the other end. Actually, I guess it was this end. This turned around. Yeah, she started dripping out of the underside here. So I figure we got a hose or something back there that's not happy. So we'll see. I don't really need to swing the boom much, so if it's too difficult, I'll whether I just cap the lines off or whatever, we'll see. I'll dig into it at some point, but for now, as long as I don't swing it, she isn't leaking. So I got that going for me. Yeah, so he gave it the whole 9 yards. He's not worried for what I'm going to be doing with it about the slop in the bucket. So I'll do something with it eventually, probably, but it's not a big priority. I think the only thing really that I have to worry about is that hydraulic leak. So yeah, so I'm gonna get out the pressure washer and give this thing a once over, and probably the first bath it'll have in decades. clean it up. I'm just filming with my phone here, so I don't know, might find a spot and give you guys a little bit of footage of me running around it with the pressure washer. We'll see. I think first I'll where that cylinder is that's leaking inside there, I'll probably grab a pry bar or something and try to pull out as much of that slop as I can, and then we'll see what the pressure washer can do to clean things up. Well, got a little bit out of there, but I put the blade down to give an angle, and I'm gonna put a whole lot of hot water in there and see what we can't clean out of there. This should be fun. Air gauges in here and an hour meter. Look at that. Almost 6,800 hours. Okay. It was so dirty you couldn't even see that there were gauges there. That's how bad it was. You know, I already wiped that off so I could see what that was. But yeah, so she's pretty dusty in here. To give you an idea, you know, yeah, that's not as dusty as the top flat surfaces, but I'm gonna give her a wipe down just so I can read the labels. But she's a well-used machine, that's for sure. Well, I took some of her clothes off so I can do some cleaning up. I figure there's a hydraulic leak down here somewhere. So we'll get her going. Took off some counterweights. Took off the hood, etc. Clean her up a bit. Let's see. Oh yeah. She's a little grimy. That's okay. You gotta expect that. Oh, she's really grimy in there, so that's good to know. Gotta get something in there and get all that mud out of there, because that's I imagine that's for the air conditioner. So the rad is over here on this model. Not that I think the air conditioner works, but I'll give it a shot. I'll see if I can fix it. Anyway, so now I'm gonna give her a bit of a bath and a good soak down and see if I can clear some of this muck out of here. Well, she's all soaped up, degreasered. It's certainly not going to be perfect. There's a lot of grease and grime in this, but I'll give her a little. Soaking her all down. Get it as clean as I can so I can work on it and maybe try to figure out where that one hydraulic leak is. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. One more really good rinse, and after that soaks in a bit, and I guess I'll call it for that, and maybe try to button her back up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. All I know is I need to get all that hydraulic fluid out of the bottom. It's kind of hard to find a hydraulic leak when everything's got hydraulic oil in it. All right, on to the next. Well, I think that's where I'm going to stop for the day. Got her all rinsed off. She's obviously quite a bit cleaner in there than she used to be, anyway. And learned a few new things. So in here was jammed, just jammed with dirt and grime and whatever. That cooling fan is seized right up. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe at some point I'll try to get the AC running, but not today. I got her cleaned up as best I could under there. You know, in the engine compartment a bit. And I'll take you around and try to avoid the mud. And I got her a little somewhat cleaned up under here. She's not perfect, but at least I should be able to you know, get at her now to clean. She was jammed pretty tight with crap. Down in there's her swivel. Yeah, I know you can't see much of anything, but interesting. Got her cleaned as best as I can for now. I'll do another day of cleaning yet eventually, but for today, that's what we got. So now it's clean enough. Next time, when I got a friend here, it'll be ideal with two people, is we'll see if we can find where that hydraulic leak is. That'll be kind of nice. Again, it only leaks, from what I can tell, when the swing is actuated. So I'm thinking that's probably a hose. Hoping. Doesn't look like it's leaking out the front of the piston, or the cylinder, sorry. It doesn't look like she's leaking out at the front here. So I'm thinking it's more in the back. And I also want to loosen this track up a bit, which shouldn't be too hard. Just take that little cover off. There's a bolt in there to take out, and it'll ooze out some grease, and that'll loosen up the track. Hopefully it's that easy. Anyway, it's been fun playing with it so far. I call it my emotional support excavator. And we'll get her fixed up. We'll take her out to the land and have a bunch of fun with it out there. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. You want to see more of what I'm going to end up doing with this, you can watch a novice learn how to use a piece of machinery, because that's always fun. Nobody ever screws up. Might be a giggle or two in that. I'll see a few things I want to fix. I'll try at that air conditioning. Oh, one thing that I did discover, which is kind of interesting. So the heater, at least the blower, they have connected to the light switch up there. So you turn the lights on and the blower fan starts. So that's interesting. So obviously someone's been playing with the electrics when maybe they shouldn't have been. Or it's a bush hack. You never know. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll talk to you later.